Hello, I am John,
And I'm Nancy.
and
And
we
we
are
are
J&N
J&N
Travels.
Travels. We drove from New Hampshire to Florida to Snowbird for the first time and would like to share our tips and advice from our 3 months down south.
Our next video for Snowbirds 1.0 is the lodging. How did we find the lodging for 3 months down south for the winter season? We did this in two ways. One is I sat and looked at the computer day after day trying to find a place online. We ended up finding two places, one for 4 weeks, one for 5 weeks through Airbnb.
Yep, they were
Um,
very nice places.
but it wasn't as easy as all that. The first one we found and we booked, and we were nervous because we'd never dealt with this before.
Yeah, it was our first time. Yeah.
And we get down there, had a little issues getting in the front door because the Airbnb gave us a wrong passcode, but we contacted the owner and we were in there. So that one worked out good. Great
Yeah.
place. Stayed there for 4 weeks. The second place we actually booked, what was it, a week before we were checking out
Yeah.
of the first place?
Yeah. You're like, okay,
And this
we
was
got to
a
start. We're looking for another place. We only
right.
have another week left
And this
here.
was a gorgeous place. We booked for 5 weeks.
Oh, it
I
was
was nervous
wonderful.
with this because the Airbnb, I was talking to someone in another country,
Yeah.
didn't know how to trust this one. This
Right.
turned out to be absolutely wonderful.
It was
Right.
fabulous. Oh,
So
it was
that's
awesome.
that's how we did it. We searched online the Airbnb. Now in between, we drove down and got there 3 days earlier than our first condo. The
Yeah.
first condo was a three-bedroom, which we had purchased because the kids were joining us. So we get down there 3 days early, and of course it happened to be over New Year's, right? New
Hmm.
Year's Eve and New Year's Day. So we were leery. All the budget hotels were off the roof and either sold out or very expensive. And we ended up in a hotel and just got a great deal.
That was
A beautiful
fantastic.
place. I would pay. I
Beautiful.
would have paid higher amount of money for that place, and we got a great deal. So,
Gorgeous pool that
right.
was open 24 hours. It was heated, beautiful scenery, great room.
And that was luck of the draw, which I don't recommend you do.
I know that was lucky.
So we stayed there for 3 days,
Yeah.
moved into the condo for 4, switched to the second condo for 5, and then we're going for a meetup up in Helen, Georgia. So we had 4 days in between
Hmm.
that we had to do. So the place in Helen, Georgia was uh, set aside. It was a block
Yeah, a
set
week.
aside for the people going up. So we just rented that for a week up in
Yeah.
Helen, Georgia. So that was pretty clear cut. But we even booked that one like 10 days before we went up there.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, it was a very nice hotel.
So we had a gap of 4 days. We were originally going to go up to Savannah, Georgia, and didn't want to deviate that far. So we went back to the same hotel that we stayed at the very beginning of the trip and stayed there for 4 nights.
Hmm.
And that was very nice. So I don't totally recommend you do it. The Airbnb I've heard good and bad about. We've had wonderful results so far.
Yeah, we weren't disappointed at all in either Airbnb. We really liked it very, very much. I mean, I was a little nervous because we were doing it kind of last minute. And then like my husband said, you know, he was dealing with someone that was out of the country, but he responded very quickly
Right.
to you with the emails. So we're figuring, okay, sounds good. We'll give it a shot.
Right. So those worked out well. But I don't know if I would wait till we were nervous as anything because we waited
Yeah,
till a week before for
yeah,
each one of them. So next time we are going, and that's the other thing. We waited till probably December before we booked because we didn't know what was going
yeah.
on.
We
This is
didn't.
our first time doing it.
Yeah,
This year we plan on starting to look and hopefully book in the fall. So
yeah,
we all set to go, and I would like to book for the whole 3 months and
yeah. Not.
not split it up unless we have to go to a whole different area, and then we may have to split up just because we're not sure what
Yeah,
we're going to
right.
find.
Exactly.
Uh, we have videos out on the resorts themselves, so if
Yeah.
you're interested in
Yeah,
looking at
take
the
a look.
resorts, take a look at them.
They're very nice resorts. They're beautiful. Take a look. You'll see.
Right. And the costs will, that's the other issue. You got to decide what you want. We ended up getting places with balcony, full kitchen,
Yeah, very
and
nice.
washer dryer.
Oh,
You can
that was
get places a lot
fantastic.
cheaper if you do other places.
Right.
But we felt being there 3 months that we needed that kind of convenience for us. So
Yeah.
pick what you're going to look for. and then get on the internet and try and line stuff up in advance unless you know someone down there, a realtor or someone like that, that can point you in the right directions.
And remember, stay young and have fun.